Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. CPN-UML hands Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal public complaints that the party received during its Mid-Hill Highway campaign, demands to address the complaints. Establishment of Saving and Credit Security Fund limited to announcement. Cooperative Ministry's demand of 280 million rupees rejected by the Finance Ministry. The US and UK staged multiple airstrikes against Iran-backed Houthi militants in Yemen. The Pentagon says latest strikes targeted a Houthi underground storage site. And debutant Tajikistan advanced into the last 16 of the Asian Cup, defeating Lebanon 2-1. Qatar also in the knockouts, topping Group A after edging past China 1-0. Main opposition CPN-UML has handed the Prime Minister public complaints that the party received during its Mid-Hill Highway campaign. The CPN-UML team, along with party chairperson KP Sharma Oli, reached the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar earlier this morning and handed Premier Pushpakamal Dahal memorandum including the complaints. CPN-UML had organized an 18-day Mid-Hill Highway campaign that started from 30th of November and ended on 17th of December last month. The campaign kicked off in Darchula's Jhulaghat and concluded in Panchthar's Chiwa Bhanjan. The government has been claiming that it has been making maximum efforts to solve the problems of the victims of cooperatives. However, the establishment of the Saving and Credit Security Fund to return the amounts for the victims has been limited to announcement. After the victims of troubled cooperatives could not receive their hard-earned money deposited in the cooperatives, they protested at the capital's Maitikar Mandala for 63 days from 3rd of May last year. The Ministry of Land Management, Cooperatives and Poverty Alleviation reached a 7-point agreement with the victims on 3rd of July, assuring them that their deposited amounts would be returned, and the protest was halted. However, the victims have not received their money as of yet. According to the 4th point of the 7-point agreement, the Cooperatives Ministry said it would establish a Savings and Credit Security Fund to move forward the process of returning the amounts. To establish the fund, the Cooperatives Ministry had sent a letter to the Finance Ministry some 2 months ago demanding for 280 million rupees. According to the spokesperson of the Finance Ministry, Ganesh Prasad Bhatta, the ministry responded by saying that the ministry was not able to provide the amount this year. After the Finance Ministry's rejection to provide the amount to establish the fund, resolving the problems of troubled cooperatives seems difficult to resolve anytime soon. Experts opine that the amount to establish the fund should be arranged from other expenses after the Finance Ministry's rejection. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what should the government do to ensure depositors of troubled cooperatives get their money back. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
कसरी हुन्छ जसको पैसा फसेछ निकाल्दिनु पर्यो
सरकारले चाहिँ आफूले कसरी चाहिँ उलाई चाहिँ अनुमति दियो र त्यो हिसाबले उनीहरु ठगिए भन्ने खालको देखेका कारणले सरकारले नै यसको जिम्मेवारी लिनुपर्ने देखिन्छ
सरकारले कुनै न कुनै तवरबाट एउटा नीति बनाएर उहाँहरुका लागि पैसा उठाउने वातावरण गरिदियो भने उहाँहरुको पैसा फिर्ता हुन्छ
ठगहरु जो छन् नि तिनीहरुलाई हुलेर हुन्छ कि अनि कानमा हानेर हुन्छ कि जसरी हुन्छ त्यो असुल गर्नुपर्छ
पक्रेर उनीहरुलाई चाहिँ पहल गरिदिनु पर्यो गरिबलाई के अलि सहुलियत चाहिँ दिनु पर्यो
समातेर ल्याएर तिराउनु पर्छ
पक्रेर कारबाही त गर्नु पर्यो
न्याय दिलाउनु पर्यो अब अन्यायमा पर्नेहरुलाई
खोज तलास गरेर कारबाही गरेर त्यो पैसा निगरानी गर्न पर्छ
राज्यले यस्ता व्यक्तिहरुलाई चाहिँ कारबाही गर्नुपर्छ
सरकार आफैमा पनि यो नियमन गर्ने संस्था हो र सरकारले यो सहकारी सम्बन्धी विभिन्न किसिमका नीति नियमहरु बनाएको छ सबभन्दा पहिला त्यसलाई कडा रूपमा चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्यो
महानगरले हरेक सहकारीबाट चाहिँ त्यहाँको शेयर सदस्यको त्यसको आम्दानी खर्चको सम्पत्ति विवरण माग्छ भने त्यो डुबेको सहकारीलाई पनि उठाउने र काहान भनेर खोजेर त्यो जो रकमहरु शेयर सदस्यहरुको डुबेको छ नि त्यो त महानगरले पहल गर्नुपर्छ
जनताको पक्षमा चाहिँ उनीहरुले चाहिँ गर्न सक्दैसम्म फ्लेक्सिबल भएर निर्णयहरु गराउनु पर्ने देखिन्छ
सहकारीको सञ्चालक समितिको सम्पत्ति रोक्का गरेर त्यो सम्पत्तिलाई बिक्री गरेर पहिला चाहिँ बचतकर्ताहरुको पैसा चाहिँ क्लियर गर्नुपर्छ सरकारले
The Ministry of Labour had issued a directive a year ago to resolve the dispute regarding the jurisdiction of the local level after they started signing agreements with foreign companies in an effort to send seasonal labourers abroad for foreign employment. Dhangadi Submetropolis and Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA had reached an agreement on 11th of January earlier this month. According to the agreement, JICA will facilitate linking Dhangadi's youths to Japanese companies for entrepreneurship and career development. However, the youths who would like to go for skill development training would have to bear the amount of 1 month's salary and the two-way airfare. This was not the first agreement made by the local level with foreign companies. The local levels have been signing agreements with various foreign companies since the past 2 years in an effort to send youths for foreign employment. The Fakfoktum Rural Municipality also inked an agreement with South Korea's local level NJ County on February 28, 2022 to send seasonal laborers. Likewise, Solukhumbu's Solu Dutkunda Municipality and Aiselu Rural Municipality, Baitari's Patan Municipality, Okhaldunga's Molung Rural Municipality, among others, also signed agreements with Korean companies to send seasonal laborers. The local levels can sign agreements, but they cannot send the laborers without the approval of the Department of Foreign Employment. With the issuance of the Ministry of Labor's directive, the local levels have not been able to send laborers abroad for foreign employment. Nepal is the 11th most earthquake-prone country in the world. Nepal has witnessed small and large earthquakes from time to time. Last year's November 3rd Jajalkot earthquake claimed 153 lives and caused huge damages to physical structures. More than 9,000 people were killed in the April 2015 earthquake with its epicenter in Gorkha. All the structures that were damaged in that earthquake still have not been reconstructed. A study has shown that there are many structures within the Kathmandu Valley that are not resilient enough for earthquakes. The joint study carried out by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority and Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA has shown that public structures, schools, along with private houses are at risk of collapsing if another earthquake hits the area. The study shows that if a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hits with its epicenter in Kathmandu or its surrounding area, 57 structures are at high risk of collapsing, which include 4 bridges. The bridge over the Bagmati River at Tilganga Hospital and the Pasupatinath area is at high risk of collapsing if an earthquake strikes. More than 100,000 vehicles cross the bridge every day. The study also shows that the bridge we cross while going to Balaju from Sorakute will also collapse if an 8 magnitude earthquake hits. The bridge along the Chavhel Maharajganj road section also bears the same risk. According to the study, 3 bridges that were constructed before 1980 need to be reconstructed at the earliest. Another bridge that needs to be reconstructed over the Bagmati River at Sankamul that joins Kathmandu and Lalitpur, as there could be chaos if the current bridge there collapses during disaster. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority has estimated 1,080.5 million rupees to reconstruct the 4 bridges. The 8 government buildings are also in the list of dangerous structures, which include the office buildings of Madhepur Timi Municipality 6, Kageshwari Manohara Municipality Ward number 6 and Godavari Municipality Ward number 12. The authority also estimates that 518 million rupees will be needed for the reconstruction of the 8 government buildings. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What's your take on importance not given to reconstruction of schools and government buildings that are at risk of earthquakes? Your options are A, height of government negligence, B, feeble-minded, and C, lack of budget. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Clashes were reported between cadres of Janmat Party and the local police in Saptari's Rajbiraz yesterday. The Education Minister for Madhya Province, Mahesh Prasad Yadav, and provincial lawmaker Satish Singh, among others, were injured during the incident. The incident occurred as cadres of Janmat Party showed a protest banner against chairperson of Janata Samajwadi Party, Upendra Yadav, who had reached Rajbiraz to attend the ceremony to lay the foundation for the Madhes Agriculture University. The protesting cadres were led by Provincial Assembly member Satish Singh, and clashes erupted as the group reached the program site. Janata Samajwadi Chair Upendra Yadav and Madhes Province Chief Minister Saroj Yadav, however, concluded the foundation laying ceremony amid tight security. In the meantime, injured Health Minister for Province Yadav and Provincial Assembly member Singh staged a sit-in protest at the site. The protesting side said they did not approve of the invitation of Janata Samajwadi's chair Upendra Yadav to the ceremony and said the health minister had not consulted with them for the program. Earlier yesterday, cadres of the party had even padlocked the university. A study is to be conducted for the possibility of producing cement from limestone in Nepal. An agreement for the study has been signed between the Department of Mines and Geology and an Indian organization called Tara. Should the study produce positive results, industrialists and government officials say Nepal would be able to locally produce cement, and that would also help with the environment. Of the 65 registered cement industries in Nepal, only 55 are in operation at the moment. Chairperson of Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Ravi Lamichhane, has admitted it was wrong of him to pour his frustration against media organizations. Speaking with the media at a press conference yesterday in the wake of the allegations of financial irregularities connected with troubled cooperatives, Lamichhane said it was wrong of him to attack media outlets and media persons. He also apologized for criticizing people on a personal level, adding that Nepalese media had made an unmatched contribution and opined that should continue. Lamichhane claimed the allegation that 18 million rupees from Butwal's Supreme Cooperatives was invested in Gorkha Media Network and was mishandled was false. He claimed that he did not receive the alleged amount of 18 million rupees for shares of Galaxy Television, despite a record of the same at the company registrar office. Based on the record, Gorkha Media Network's chairperson GB Rai has transferred 18 million rupees to Lamichhane's account at Global IME Bank. It's time now for the international updates. The United States and United Kingdom staged multiple airstrikes against Iran-backed Houthi militants in Yemen yesterday. The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense yesterday said in a statement that further strikes against Yemen's Houthis were conducted. Footage released by the British Defense Ministry showed aircrafts taking off from an unidentified location. The ministry said precision-guided bombs were used to strike multiple targets near the Sana'a airfield. The Pentagon said the latest strikes targeted a Houthi underground storage site as well as missile and surveillance capabilities. U.S. and British naval forces in the Red Sea have shot drones and missiles fired by Yemen's Houthi movement this month as the conflict between Israel and Hamas spilled out into the border region. A Chinese research vessel, Xiangyang Hong 3, is entering the Indian Ocean region and is on its way to the Maldives, reports claimed yesterday amid the worsening ties between Malé and New Delhi. The development is likely to raise concerns in India, which has previously viewed the presence of such ships close to its shores as problematic. Reuters reported that an Indian military official confirmed the finding and said they are monitoring its movement. It said the Maldivian President's Office, India's Foreign Ministry and China's Defense Ministry did not respond to requests for comment. Reuters quoted an Indian security official as saying that China could use the information gathered by these vessels for both civilian and military purposes, including the deployment of submarines. Sri Lanka, which has denied permission for such vessels to dock on its ports since 2022 after India raised security concerns. In 2019, India had expelled a Chinese research vessel from its exclusive economic zone after it entered without permission. Relations between India and Maldives have hit a new low ever since Muizu took office in November, riding an India Out campaign. Male has asked New Delhi to withdraw its nearly 80 military personnel stationed in the island country by 15th of March. A 7.1 magnitude earthquake jolted Wuxi County in Aksu Prefecture in northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region at 2:09 a.m. local time this morning. According to the China Earthquake Network Center, the epicenter with a depth of 22 kilometers was monitored at 41.26 degrees north latitude and 78.63 degrees east longitude. The center said the main quake was followed by a succession of aftershocks as strong as 5.3 in magnitude. Preliminary report indicates that the epicenter was situated in a township in Wuxi County within the mountainous border area between China and Kyrgyzstan. Local firefighters were dispatched immediately after the earthquake. No casualties have been reported so far. The quakes were felt strongly in the Aksu area. A local resident said that many people rushed to open space for safety in spite of around 10 degrees below zero in the wee hours. The earthquake was also felt in various cities and prefectures across Xinjiang, including Urumqi, Hotan, and Kashgar. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.